Assalamualaikum, my name is Farah Nasuha binti Muhammad Zaidi and my partner Syamin Aqila Nor Isham. We will present our project board, which is the first board is project brief and the second board is project content. So, I will present for the first board, the project brief board. Our site is at Mukim Bandar, Kuala Langat. Mukim Bandar is situated in the middle in between Jugra, Teluk Panglima Garang and Kelanang. There are several landscape planning issues in Mukim Bandar and one of them was poor accessibility for facilities, which is the issue the society of Bandar is facing. Why Mukim Bandar had poor accessibility for facilities? It is because due to urban sprawl, Mukim Bandar facilities were inaccessible due to the city unrestricted outward expansion with residential and commercial development placed distant from the city centre. Aside from that, the community there is dispersed with a short narrow lane between residents and also looping through farming field crops requiring the community to commute and access facilities. Therefore, they had to run every public street in Mukim Bandar only to get to the nearest facilities. As a result, a detailed analysis utilizing GIS analysis is required to resolve the problem by determining the best route to nearby facilities in Mukim Bandar, which is run shortest path analysis and find cluster facility. For our issues at Mukim Bandar, the sample project that we choose for our case study is from a conference paper research done by the researcher from University Technology Mara, Malaysia. The site study where the GIS analysis research took is Pulau Indah, Kelang, Selangor. Their issue was similar to our issues at Mukim Bandar. The analysis data and process that involved in this case study are geospatial network analysis, overlay analysis, new road, location allocation, and road network analysis. There were three methods in this case study, which is for the first method is data collection, which is using spatial data, which is to create a base map of the studied area, and residential data, which is data attribute data that covers a list of healthcare facilities, type of facilities, service, type of residential area, and etc. The second method is data processing, which is identify risks and how to solve critical problems. And the last one method, the third method, is data analysis and application, a system that creates, manage, analyze, and maps of all types of data. So these three methods can use in our site to run shortest path analysis and find closest facility. In conclusion, the data obtained from the case study research will help and guide us to the GIS analysis on Mukim Bandar. We can identify direct link between walking tree origin and destination, provide the roadway links. Therefore, we need to find the optimum road to nearby facilities for the convenience of users that live there.
Hi, Assalamualaikum to all. My name is Syamin Aqila Nor Isham and I'll be the second presenter for Final Project Board 2 content. So now that we have identified the issue that we want to solve, which is the poor accessibility to urban sprawl, I am going to explain much further about the GIS analysis that we chose and did to counter the issue, which is run shortest path analysis and find closest facility. So these are the data and analysis involved in both GIS analysis. And these are the flowchart of all the GIS analysis. We divided into two methods, which is the first method for data collection and method 2 is data analysis. Now let's take a look a bit closer to method 1. So for the method 1, the data collection consists of two, which is list of healthcare facilities and residential data area. All this data were generated from our own site study and also from outsourced, that is Google Map with application, which we use to find the distance, and lastly the ArcGIS data of the Mukim Bandar itself. So as you can see, there are 4 steps altogether. Step 1 is where we produce our Mukim Bandar map by using clip boundary. Step 2 is where we digitize the map for healthcare facilities. Then step 3 and 4 is a flowchart analysis where we digitize map for residential shapefile. So after we have done all the data collection in method 1, we proceeded to do method 2, which is the data analysis. In this method, there are 3 steps that continuing from the step 4. In step 5, we digitize a road map analysis and identify these 11 routes alternative for each residential to access the healthcare facilities. Then in step 6, we perform a network analysis to create new route to run the shortest path analysis, where the end result is we identified the shortest route for each residential to both healthcare facilities. And the last one is step 7, which is find closest facility. So now that we have performed both GIS analysis, that brings us to the final outcome of it. These are the final outcome of the shortest path analysis, where we discovered 6 best optimal route for each residential to access each healthcare facilities respectively. For the find closest facility analysis, we pick an incident near Kampung Sungai Buaya since it's in the center between both facilities. And from the analysis done, we identified that Kampung Bandar Health Clinic is the closest facility to the incident area. So in conclusion, by utilizing the data from all this, we managed to perform the GIS analysis and overcome the problem by finding the most convenient alternate route for residents to reach the healthcare facilities. That is all. Thank you.